Hey guys, it is Andrea here with VW Family Farm, and I'm going to take you guys along today. Ben is grabbing something he's about to be getting in, and we are getting actually just one right now. We were going to be doing 3 of our milk cows. We have A2A2 Jersey milk cows, and we were going to be getting 3 of them ready to be AI'd or artificially inseminated, but we are kind of changing courses and we're just going to do 1 of those at the moment. We have 5 of them, so ideally we'd like to get another one and have 6, and then every other month be having 1 calving. But where we are right now is we have 5. And if you've looked into buying a home dairy cow, you know they're very expensive, and the price goes up if they have a calf at their side. It goes up more if the calf is a heifer. It goes up more if they're A2A2. It goes up more if they're registered, all the things. So what we're trying to do here on our farm just is expensive. So we are where we're at. We have 5. We have 1 that's bred for sure. We have another one, Miracle, if you've been around here for a bit. Sorry for the beeping of the seatbelt. But we AI'd her last week, so that leaves 3. 1 that's possibly bred, so that's the reason for changing courses right now. We're going to get her ultrasounded. We're pretty sure she's open, meaning not bred, but we sure don't want to start this process we're about to do and cause her to abort a 4 or 5 month old calf. So we will be covering that a bit down the road, but today I'm going to show you if you want to AI. First off, you're going to need to watch some videos. I have some here on our channel, but you're going to need some training on how to do that. But let's assume for purposes of this video that you know how. You're just wanting to make it work with your schedule. And that's what we're going to be doing here, is called timed AI. And I'm going to walk you through how we're going to accomplish this. So I actually took an entire class. This is a whole folder of information on AIing. This is what I'm going to be using right here. There's different protocols for like cows and heifers and all the things, but this is what I'm going to be doing. You can see that looks like a whole lot of mumbo jumbo, but basically let me show you and walk you through really quickly what I'm going to be doing. The reason this has multiple times right here is because if you're going to be, this page at the top actually says if you are AIing with sexed semen, and that means you're going for either a bull or a heifer. In our case, we're going for heifers. Then this right here, I'll get to this in just a minute. That's because of using sexed semen, why you would do 2 different AIs. So basically, what we're over here and what we're about to do today is we're going to administer this GnRH. I could try to pronounce that for you guys, but I would butcher it. But basically, what we're trying to do is these things are naturally, this GnRH and this PG is prostaglandin. These are naturally occurring things in the cow, but what we're trying to do is sync them up so that we can AI them and kind of know when they should come into heat. So we're going to administer this GnRH. These are hormones. You want to be very careful with both of these if you are pregnant or could be pregnant. So just want to throw that out there. We're going to administer a shot of this, and we're going to put in this CIDR. So here in a second, I'm going to show you what a CIDR is. It's actually a vaginal insert that's going to go in the cow and suppress heat. What we're doing is we're giving them this hormone, we're putting the CIDR in, and then after 7 days, you can see this CIDR, this section ends. We're going to pull that CIDR out and give them the prostaglandin, and then 66 plus or minus 2 hours, it's going to bring them into heat. This EDA is an estrus detection, meaning I'm going to put a patch on them or something to see if they come into heat. If they do, we're going to AI the ones that are estrus or in heat right here. If they don't, we're going to give them another shot of GnRH and AI them the next day. The reason for this is because usually sexed semen cost more. So if you don't see signs of heat, you're not going to go ahead and use that. You're going to wait 24 hours, and it says to use conventional semen, so meaning non-sexed. But we only have sexed. We're not actually using a super expensive one anyway, so we're going to go ahead and do them all. Either if they show signs of heat, like I showed you on that chart, we're going to go ahead and do them. If they don't, we're going to wait 24 hours, and we're still going to AI them with the sexed semen. So today we're giving them a shot of GnRH, and we're going to insert the cedar. Reasons we're doing this: because we want heifers. Also, we want registered heifers. And to get a bull that would produce a registered heifer would be expensive, and we wouldn't be insured that we were even getting a heifer. And so that's part of the reasons. Also, we don't want a bull. Dairy bulls, Jersey bulls have a reputation of being mean. We don't necessarily want one here for 5 cows. And then we have to figure out where to put him, because when I'm milking them in close contact with them every day, we've had a bull before. They're a pain to have around, really, for just this small number of cows. We have bulls for our beef cows, but we just don't really want a dairy bull. We've also narrowed our herd down to where we only have A2 cows. And so we only want A2 bulls. Another expense. It would cost us a lot to get an A2 registered bull. Ben, what you got? What, you thought of anything else? That's all the reasons that I know of.
A2 heifer and registered.
And we actually know of people that have been injured by dairy bulls.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have dairies that they're not anymore, but we're all around us. And I mean, people that have been severely injured by bulls. They just have that reputation. It's just not really something we want.
And Jersey bulls in particular.
Yeah, Jersey bulls.
I always grew up hearing that if you wanted to keep somebody out of your fishing pond, put a Jersey bull out there.
Yeah. Okay, so Ben got them in here. They're so tame because we mess with them every day. So that is, I'm going to point with this syringe here, Miracle. Obviously, I just AI'd her. Beside her is Rosemary. She's bred. This more skinny one is January. We are trying everything to put weight on her, but with a calf nursing and Jerseys just are skinny anyway, she is skinny. So we're not going to do her yet. She needs more time to recover. This is Fancy. She's the one in question. We think she might be bred, but blood tests are showing she's not. Again, don't want her to abort a calf if by off chance she is. We don't know. Could go either way.
And the only blood tests that we had handy were expired. So
yeah, they were expired.
There is that chance that they give you a false positive.
Yes. This is Pyrenees, or we call her Jeff. There was a video going around for a while that it's a long story. I'll show you sometime. But anyway, mainly call her Jeff. And she's a little on the thinner side too. Her and January came from the same farm. Little skinny, but she's a lot better off than January. She's bouncing back a lot better. And so she's the one we're going to go ahead and do. So this is not a video on what all these hormones and things do in their body. That's for a whole different video. But I will just tell you this, like I told you a few minutes ago, these are naturally occurring things. What you're doing is basically just, I don't know any other way to say it, but you're kind of manipulating those just like they do with women who are having fertility issues, that they are getting her primed and ready to be artificially inseminated or whatever fertility treatment she's going through. We're basically doing that. We're giving a hormone today that her body produces anyway. We're getting her primed. Then we're going to insert this cedar, which I'm going to show you in just a second. And we're going to leave that in there. And it's an intervaginal device, basically, that's going to release the progesterone. It's going to stay in there a week, and that is going to prevent or delay estrus or heat. So next, a week from now, when we pull that out, that's going to drop the progesterone levels, because we're going to take that out, and it's going to induce heat. That way we can kind of predict when that's going to happen. That's what that 66 plus or minus 2 hours is. That way we can be ready, watch for signs of heat. We're going to put the patch on at that point, and then we can be ready to AI at that point. So today we've got Pyrenees up. We're about to do that. We're going to show you installing the cedar, and then we're going to be taking Fancy, hopefully, to get ultrasounded to find out if she's ready or not. What you doing, sis? Oh, you're so sweet. No. She's not the least bit scared of you. She's just eating.
So this gate's gonna get loud.
So we've got her in there. You can see Ben is coming out. I'm zooming way too far in, guys. Sorry about that. You see Ben came out. That's called a vet cage. If you're going to do much AIing, that is going to come in so handy, because you can see he's about to catch her head. She sees it way out, so most of them dart at it. She's way so tame. She's like, she don't care. She doesn't care that she's caught. Okay, he got her caught. So now her head is caught. So now you can open up your vet cage, which I'm fixing to do. And you can open up the back of the chute, and you can go right in here. Just so if you're going to AI, or like we're going to have to install this cedar, you're right back in there. So you can see Ben has gloves on. That's important. Wear gloves. You're dealing with hormones. You can see the needle is a bit longer. It's got to be long enough to go in deep enough. That's pretty important. So look at your bottle. It'll tell you. And then
intramuscular.
Yep. So we're just going to give this. I'm going to give it in her back hip. You can see she's already wearing a heat patch. We've been trying to catch her in heat, and it's turned a little bit, but not all the way. Yeah, her tail has probably done part of it. Okay, so we're going to give a shot, and then we're going to install the cedar. So we'll show you what it looks like after he's done, but he's got it loaded in the applicator gun, and we're going to go put it in. So this is not really a tutorial on how to do this, but you do want to go in, lower the end of the handle, and then go in a little and then start flattening it out. If you don't, you could risk going in like their urinary tract. Don't want to do that. And you're not going in super far. You're just going until you feel resistance. Okay, so Ben had to work with it a little bit, but once you feel resistance and it's all the way in there, hers is, you're going to pull the handle, and it's gonna seat itself in there, and you're just going to pull the applicator out. You're going to see a little tail there. Should be down so other animals don't mess with it. All's good. We'll come back in a week. So we're going to show you what one looks like. That's what the package looks like, and that's what they're called, Easy Breed Cedar. So you can see right there, it looks like that, and that's what it'll look like when you pull the handle and release it up in there. It'll spread out, and
when it goes in there, it goes like this in
the
tool, and then when you release it.
So like I said, that is going to suppress heat or estrus for the next week, and then we'll come back in a week, and I'll show you this on a future video. We'll come back in a week and we'll pull that out. We'll literally it'll just slide out. That's what that tail is for. And we'll give the prostaglandin shot. We'll be primed and ready for heat and ready to AI. This is not a like complete tutorial. I just kind of wanted to tell you guys what we're doing and show you part of it in case you're wanting to try to sync up a group of heifers or cows and do it yourself. You can do it. I mean, you could do a lot, but I will caution you. The first time that we ever did this, we tried to sync up 20 something, and I was new to this, and you don't realize how quickly you're going to tire out, how quickly your arms are going to tire out trying to AI a whole bunch. So if you can just sync up a few at a time, it's going to be so much less stress and so much easier on you. But like I said, you do whatever you think. That's just my experience. We will come back in a few videos and tell you kind of more of this process and how this turned out, and let you know if Fancy was bred and all the things. That's it for today, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and God bless.